Hey everyone, I'm back, this time with a review and a demonstration of the beautiful Bare Minerals Bareskin Pure Brightening Serum Foundation. Oh, what a mouthful. This is a lovely foundation. This is not a first impressions because I have worn it before, but it is a first impressions, however, of the Perfecting Face Brush that was released with this foundation. It's the one with the kind of little well in the middle of it, and it was brought out with the foundation as kind of an accompaniment. So it's my first impressions of this brush. So yes, I will leave the information about the Bare Minerals Bareskin foundation down below. They do 20 shades, the foundation itself is £26 and the brush is £24. So if you want to see my thoughts on it and how it applies, then please keep watching. Okay, so first of all I'm going to pop on a bit of the Urban Decay Brightening and Tightening Complexion Primer Potion. It's just kind of like a pore filler. It's just like a clear gel. Don't need too much of this. I just tend to start in the middle and then work it out all over the face. Onto the foundation. The shade I have of the Bare Minerals Bareskin is Bare Shell 02, so obviously the second lightest shade. They do 20 shades though, so there really will be one for you. And I think that's what they've really kind of put a lot of their energy into with this product, is they've made 20 shades for absolutely everyone, and there's actually a shade finder on the Bare Minerals website that I'll link down below, so if you're unsure as to the shade you should get, then that will probably help you out. But if you go to a Bare Minerals counter, they'll be able to help you as well. So this foundation actually has in it a non-chemical SPF 20. Now I don't really understand how you get a non-chemical SPF 20, but you must be able to because this baby has it in it. It also has a coconut derived base, so it's quite silky. And it has lilac plant stem cell extracts. I have used this before. The difference is in this tutorial, so this is not first impressions of the foundation itself, but it is a first impressions, I suppose, of how well it works with the Bare Minerals Perfecting Face Brush, which is the little brush with the kind of indent in the middle. I don't know whether that's showing up. And this was developed specifically for the Bareskin foundation because it is very liquidy. When I first opened it, when it first arrived, it went everywhere, so I didn't want to waste it, so I kind of just put it on my fingers and then kind of tapped it on, and it just came out beautifully. So you really don't need to go to a huge amount of effort to blend this foundation into your skin. It just kind of blends seamlessly, obviously if you get the right shade. So the Perfecting Face Brush is £24. I haven't used this yet because I didn't want to show you a dirty brush. It's really quite nice, it's lovely, the feel of it is gorgeous, and the foundation is £26. So you do have to shake this up because, as you can hear, it's incredibly liquidy. I'm liking the fact that a lot of brands are coming out with these kind of liquidy bi-phase foundations. I think that'll probably be enough. You do have to shake it, and then be careful when you open it. It's just a little screw top. Yay, it hasn't pulled out the top, but this is what it looks like. It's just like a little, just a squeezy kind of pipette type deal. And what you're supposed to do is, after you've shaken it, you put two little, you take off the fuzz. See, this has been sitting in my brush pot, so there we go. I haven't used it yet. So you take a little bit of this, a couple of drops, they say. So what's that, 3? I will do 4, because I want you to be able to see it on camera. And then all you do is buff it onto the face. So I'm not wearing anything else, as I said, just the primer. So we will see, we will buff this on. Oh, I love this brush, oh my goodness. Oh, this is lovely. This is a very nice brush, and as you can see, it doesn't absorb it either. Now the thing that gets me about this foundation is that it is very lightweight coverage. As you can see, I mean, there's not a lot of coverage there. And now that I have just kind of used this brush, I would say that if you're after a light coverage, definitely get this brush. If you're after kind of a coverage that's a little bit fuller, X-nay the brush, because it's not absorbing it, but it doesn't seem to move it around as well as it should for a kind of a good coverage, or higher coverage. So let's try this again. I'm going to put it onto my problem areas. There we go. I think kind of the second time around it works a little bit better. Just show you on my finger, you can see what I'm talking about. It is incredibly runny, the formulation, which I quite like. As I said, just dab this on some excess areas. As I said, I do quite like the fact the companies are coming out with that. But as you can see, you see what I just did there? I just dabbed it on with my fingers, and the coverage is a lot stronger. The formula of the foundation is absolutely stunning. I think it's one of my favourite formulations. It doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. You know, it just doesn't feel like it at all. It doesn't feel sticky, it's not dewy, but then it's not matte, and it's not like, oh, I put product on my face. You know, you could definitely, I think the thing is with this foundation, you could definitely wear it straight off the bat on its own. You know, if you're not really into someone that really is into the whole 27 steps in the morning to put your makeup on like I am, I think you definitely wear it on its own and it wouldn't look like, Christ, you're just wearing foundation, where's the rest of your makeup? So I think that's a nice kind of thing that they've done, and I really do think they're kind of touting this as like a skincare and a foundation in one, which is why it's a light coverage. So that is it with my brows and the concealer on. I put some lighter concealer under my eyes and just concealed a few blemishes around my chin, and that was pretty much it. I haven't powdered yet, so the dewiness is coming from the cream concealer. I don't think I'm going to powder for this video because I wanted you to kind of see what it looks like on its own. So the only places I've got concealer are kind of under my eyes and just around my chin. So you can see this is the foundation here, kind of coming through. As far as longevity goes, I can tell you that because this is not my first time wearing it. I've worn it a few times since I got it. I've had it 2 weeks. Longevity wise, it's very, very good. I found that for quite a runny consistency of foundation, it doesn't actually disappear throughout the day, which is very, very nice. It's kind of what you would expect from like a liquidy formulation, but it doesn't do that. It does work really, really well if you do powder over the top of it, but as I said, if you don't want to, you don't have to with this foundation because it doesn't feel like anything. It just doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't transfer. There's no like residue to it. So if you just wanted to powder where you've put the concealer to set it, that would be perfectly fine. As you can see, it is very nice. My skin is still coming through. You can definitely see my freckles. Now, bearing in mind whether you have freckles and you like them or you don't, that could be a good or a bad thing. I like my freckles, always have, so I don't mind, and I like the fact that my skin is showing through this foundation. And I think that's kind of like the brightening part of this foundation, because as it said, it is a pure brightening serum foundation. I think that's the brightening aspect of this foundation, is that it doesn't cloak. Yeah, I mean, I'd recommend it for all skin types. I don't think there's one skin type that I'd go, oh, maybe not for you. I think dry skin would love this because I don't think I have dry patches on my skin, it doesn't cling to them, and I think if you're oily, this will probably be perfect for you because it is a light consistency, so it's not going to kind of clog into your pores throughout the day. And as I said, I haven't found any problem with it fading. So I really like it. I think it's very nice. So 10 out of 10 for Bare Minerals. This is actually my first Bare Minerals foundation I've ever tried, and I'm very, very impressed. I love the brush. The brush is lovely, but do bear in mind if you want a fuller coverage, perhaps not completely necessary, but the foundation itself is phenomenal. It's really lovely. There will be a shade for you, trust me, there are 20 of them, there will be a shade for you. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope it was helpful. I do like to come on and kind of show you what it looks like when it's going on, and this is, you know, this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful colour match, and it's a really lovely consistency, and if you're somebody that doesn't really like wearing foundation, I think the Bareskin would probably be really good for you. So that's it. I will leave a link to where you can purchase it down below and all the information. Yeah, so I hope that was helpful, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.